What's going on? Geekroom Life here. Moved a bunch of stuff around the man cave. Figure I'd do another video, show everything again, why not? So here's the door. My man cave is attached to my garage, so I gotta come out here. The lady in the middle with the autographs, I went to high school with her and she's actually a pretty decent cosplayer right now. Down there is Darth Vader. Sam, Trick or Treat, candy bowl, but my daughter's got the bowl somewhere because she plays with it. If you notice that some of these frames are kind of off kilter, when I open a door in here and sometimes slam it and forget, it knocks them sideways. And also when the garage opens and closes, it does that as well. There's that dang light. Forgive me if I don't know all the artist names on all these, but this is a one sheet minus a couple quarter inch off the top that is signed by all members of Avenged Sevenfold, even with the Rev. It's pretty cool of them to do a theatrical one sheet for a premiere like this, so I was lucky to get one. And again, I love that Halloween drawing, and I don't know who did it. Artist's name in the corner, I can't read the sign, but it's an awesome print. I do know the top one showing at the corner is a ghoulish Gary Pullman, not sure. There's a Wednesday 13 tour poster, Dixie Dead, signed by Wednesday 13. Get down to some Michael Kulick. I know him because he's a real good friend, and I have a lot of his art. That Amityville to me is just awesome, and along with one of my favorite pumpkins. There's my wife and daughter's very small stuffed animal type collection. My daughter put a bunch in her room, so that actually made a sittable couch in here. Go up there. That's one of my favorite pieces too, just because you can't find them anymore. This was, I know Spirit Halloween was around, but this is before my state had any, or I had any local to me. I think that might be from Halloween Town, or one of those hobby shops that turn into a Halloween store every year. There is the Halloween Rob Zombies 2007, I think it was, mask. Me and my wife's first date was to this horror movie, and on our 5-year anniversary, I got her one of them made. There's a Crawfordon statue in the back, and NECA's big boy, big chap. There's another really cool one-sheet poster. You can tell it's a little bit small. It was even in the back, and it fell and knocked the back piece out, so that's why you can actually see the side there. That is a really good trick-or-treat mask. That is uncut, like straight from the factory, no alters or anything, which I don't want to talk shit about trick-or-treat, but have you seen what Halloween 2 masks look like now they put out? Like, that looks worlds better. I need to style it a little bit better, but yeah, that looks worlds better compared to what you get now. I don't know what happened, but they're all like super white and super clean. Going into another trick-or-treat, but this one was custom done. The pumpkins, my wife used to carve them before our daughter. She did that a lot, and she did it for a lot of like, not celebrities, but like pretty big name people in the business with the mask community and a few movie makers and stuff like that. Not like Steven Spielberg, but I'm not going to drop any names. I don't know the legality. I think like Trick or Treat, don't they own pumpkins now or whatever? So, you know, really can't say nothing. I don't want to say who got what, but yeah, she did that for a while. Just carving foam pumpkins, whatever they're called. That was a really cool hobby. She still kept each one. She's got like each Halloween, quote unquote, you know, main pumpkin they do in the movies. She's still got one. I've still got. Oh, Puppet Master fell, Blade fell. I just put him up before the video. This is a detail for Chucky and everybody in it. Critters, so glad to find some Critter pieces. Critters never get a lot of love. It's always Gremlins. And I like Gremlins too, but Critters is my go-to little creature movie. I forgot her name, but that is from that El Super Beasto movie Rob Zombie did. I'm probably like the only person that actually thought it was pretty cool. Then there's some It bobbleheads and figures. Oh, about the hottest Pixar mom. Look at that. Look at her booty. Like that's crazy. That's like I guess they really did good with those incredible movies like Real World People. Lady Death. There is some Duke Togo classics right there. Duke Togo is the man. If you don't know him on Facebook, you need to look up Duke's Choice Hawks. He has his own style, but he can almost do any kind of hawk you like that. These are all from Freddy vs. Jason, the various compositions of Jason's mask. And if you look at the bloody one, the end scene one, everyone kept thinking that was like an Oz mask or something like that. And like, it's crazy. Like, everybody I've seen just loves it. Like, that's one of my most talked about pieces when people comes in here. Like, everybody knows Jason, you know, usual part 3 mask, but everyone flocks to that one right there. As we come down, Dragon Ball Z band Presto. I love the band Presto line. I talk about them all the time in all these videos. So much quality for the amount they cost. It's like 20 to 50 bucks depending on what version and what kind, how tall they are. Got a lot of Super Saiyan 4 fusions. Got some Gojitas. Everybody knows Gogeta's one of my favorite characters ever since I saw the Fusion movie. Was that movie 12? Janemba's one of my favorite characters as well. Dude, when they go to hell to fight him is just awesome in my opinion. That's right there, the band Presto. Him looking back is end scene. One of my favorite outfits. Show some Vivid Girls real quick. But yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. Finally got the Super Saiyan 3 Grandista in the back. Had it canceled twice on me from online places. And I finally got me one. Try to keep more band Prestos and, you know, all of the somewhat sized up ones together. $10.31 signed, support Indie Horror. Very good anthology movie if you hadn't seen it. Again, I'm sorry I don't know the artist. I did meet the girl that did the Pennywise Georgie. That's the actually newest Goku I got in. That's a really cool pose. Bootleg Beerus. Soda. Pennywise. Oh, Pennywise. Good Lord Mighty. Pumpkinhead. NECA 18-inch Myers, and I think that, I don't know if that's an old NECA or a, well, it's not a McFarlane, is it? I have no clue. Down there to my Pennywise, Cenobites. Lord have mercy, I'm having a fit. To some One Piece girls, followed into the Goku Black. Goku Black is one of my favorite arcs in Dragon Ball Z. A lot of people don't like them. I don't know why. Like, everyone's like, oh man, they get beat up and they go back and then they fought him again. I said that was one of my favorite parts. Remind me of King Piccolo for some reason. It had like real people in it, you know, like people shooting at him and actually trying to fight him, and it wasn't just the Z characters rolling up. It wasn't a bunch of random forms either, you know, like, I'm not knocking the Buu saga because Super Saiyan 3 Goku is my favorite form. But you know how Gotenks came along, and you know, every time they trained, and you know, the old Dragon Ball Z, every time you try to train or something, you at least beat somebody. And you know, Gotenks tried hard, and it was like just a waste of time, him fighting Super Buu. Then Ultimate Gohan came along, which was an epic fight, and really didn't do nothing either. Then Vegeta was whooping butt, and then, you know, they had to do that. But anyway, there's Gogeta. Gogeta's some of my favorite figures. I'm glad Gogeta was in the Broly movie, so he could get some love. Outside of a few, it's not out yet. I own about every Band Presto Gogeta they've made. There's some fig pens. I love fig pens. Not like super hardcore into collecting them, but they're cheap and they're cool, and I like how they're pretty much in their own box. And two, you know, like they're cheap. Like you can go to GameStop when they're on sale and get them for like $5. There's old Goku over there by himself. I just set him there and hadn't had a chance to move. There's my Halloween train and cars. Used to have a big Halloween train O-scale layout. I loved it, but I was running out of room, and I just don't have room. At first, I was going to convert the garage into the train room, and that didn't happen. And so I sold almost everything except these pieces. There's Broly. There's Pennywise in the corner. Devil's Latex. Broly, jumped on the Broly train. I'm not gonna lie, when that movie came out, I was a super fanboy all of a sudden because it gave Broly a story. Even though he's a bad guy, he's misunderstood. He didn't know what he was doing. Versus he didn't like Goku crying, and that's why he's crazy. Some more Dragon Ball. Cooler, one of my favorite enemies. I can't wait till they do the Janemba. They just released like the preview of the Janemba coming out from Figure Art Zero. My wife was talking to me yesterday. She's like, "You're about running out of room about Dragon Ball Z," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I can't help it." And she's like, "Goku, you've got like 10 figures of him doing the Kamehameha, just different poses." And I'm like, "Yeah, but you've got to have them." I do wish GT villains would get some love. The movie villains. I mean, Janemba, of course, I just mentioned. But I'd love a big Garlic Jr. Dr. Wheelo. Lord Slug. There's a lot of them, actually, off the top of my head. Go down to some random stuff over here. Pennywise car, then get back in the Dragon Ball Z. Glitter and Glamour Girls, Piccolo. Oh, finger in the video. Going to Vegeta, a little bit of random stuff put in. Here's some random stuff over here where you starting to run out of room. Need to redo. There's Black Panther in the back. There's Sasuke. I'm so glad Band Presto is starting to do some Naruto. Really like Naruto. The battle. I'm not a giant Naruto fan. I really like the characters and the story. And really like Sasuke and Naruto. I think it mirrors a lot of Star Wars. I'm probably the first person that's ever said that. How Sasuke wanted power and revenge and got seduced by the dark side, and the whole time, you know, mainly Naruto's trying to get him to change. There's some, I was going to call them pops, but they're Hakari Japanese vinyl figures. Got some Groots, my wife. Some Creature of the Black Lagoons. Some Frankenstein. And some Metaluna. Down here to some things. It's going to be converted to Dragon Ball Z shells. Just some Harley Quinn stuff right there. Yellow Wolf signed Creekwater. And again, you know, not big into pops, but Pennywise is awesome, so I had to get him. Followed into Predators. Forgot to open these doors, so you're going to see a little bit of glare. Right here's the alien. Mainly like 99% NECA. There's the Predator shelf. There's the Gundams. Like the Gundam figures. I didn't like put them together. I don't have time for that. I found, you'll see here in a minute, the new ones. But the guy that was doing these for me, he just kind of took a few of them and never wrote me back and never finished them. That was over a year ago, so he stole from me. So those are the only ones that I actually got to keep. Just random stuff on top. Some more art, comics, Lady Death. I love Lady Death. Rob Zombie tour poster. Famous bootleg Concord Godzilla, followed by Niv Mizzet statue. There's the car. One of my favorite pieces in my room. I love the car. It's one of my favorite horror movies. Top 5. Back to Predator. Love the Predator stuff. Yeah, I love NECA a lot, but like, I'm just running out of room, so I'm glad they're doing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the NECA. So it gives me a breather. I keep saying if somebody would buy these all at once, I'd sell them. But with my personality, if I sell 3 or 4, 5, 6, I want to buy them back if I don't get someone to buy the whole collection. Here's the Queens. Queen's probably my favorite NECA figure. I try to buy every version they make of her. Got the artwork in the back where I've met Slipknot and a few bands and stuff. And you got some Nathan Thomas Miller where I love his artwork, 13 Faces of Halloween. Awesome. Speaking of them, if you like Nate and some horror stuff, he's doing the Horror Syndicate, the YouTube and Facebook group. You got to check him out if you like horror. Goosebumps waxwork. Going down to some Jaws, Sideshow Predator. I think that's the 1/5 scale. It's about 16 inches. It's not 1/4. Coming down to one of my favorite things I own in my room. It's kind of hard to find. Is the Universal Monsters chess set. Mystery Machine, Maleficent. Go around, give you a quick view of my desk as I'm going around. Got the list over there of the Sideshow stuff that's about to drop. There's what I was saying earlier. These Gundams here, they are already put together. They're about $25, and they are really cool. And these will be what I collect now, since like I said, I don't have the patience to put the others together. And again, I've said in my other videos, I was some big dude, used to wear red shirts in school. And I said, oh yeah, which sadly I didn't put 2 and 2 together, and they called me the Kool-Aid Man, and that's what I'm still called, actually. Let's go over here. Some top shelf statues. I said earlier the car was my favorite, and again, it's probably my top 5, you know, outside of like movies like Suspiria, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, like the legendary movies. I believe House is one of actually my all-time favorite B-movie type. We get in here to Jason, again, NECA. We got various forms, because NECA just gives you so much stuff, and as a completist, I want to display it all. So, I have a little, too many of them. Coming down here to the Myers, NECA mixed. Those accessory packs NECA does is really awesome. I like them. Coming down here to my Freddy Krueger. Coming down here to a random catch-all. Then if you go to the riser under, it's a little stand of my Harley Quinns, and got the really cool Batgirl Halloween. Open these up. Oops, something fell. Anyway, there's the old Sideshow Clothes 1/6 Jason with the coat of, I believe that's coat of Bakuya as Jason too. Followed by one of my favorite smaller scales is the 3-0. 3-0, I own 4 of them. They're just so good. They've got so many variations in what you can do on them, and that's why I own so many. Coming down here to another catch-all shelf, mainly Pennywise. More Coat of Bakuya Freddy's. And here's where my Leatherface was. So I'm missing that shelf, and I've got to fix that and find that. And down there's just some random Charizards and stuff like that. Down at the bottom, I made a whole new Universal Monsters type deal. The trees and everything, and leftover. Thought that was pretty cool. And here we go, more Pennywise. Told you NECA, buy a lot of them to complete various things, and against Pennywise is my favorite horror character before the movies. I didn't jump on the bandwagon. I read the book actually first. Believe it or not, I don't know too many people my age usually see Tim Curry as their first Pennywise, but I actually read the book. I remember the movie though, it was on Lifetime of all things, and I had the flu, and my mom let me watch it, and I don't know if you just have weird dreams with the flu, I guess fever dreams, and that was a doozy. It was like an acid trip while being sick. There's another one, that's one of my favorite NECA Pennywises set up. Oh, Georgie fell. Annabelle. The Trick or Treat Studios, or excuse me, the Trick or Treaters from Halloween 3. Down here, like I said, kind of random catch-all. The Scream is really good. That's the old McFarlane or Movie Maniac Scream in the back. Can't wait for the ultimate Scream. And some just random stuff. Found those Santa Claus, I think again, there might be McFarlane or Movie Monsters, something like that. Anyway, it looks like Miss Claus on a pole and like a weird Yeti looking abominable monster. I thought that was pretty cool. There's my wife's trick or treat setup. I should have put a back in that, to be honest with you, inside that brown. That's her thing. There's the Shouju Bakuya girls. Got all the other ones pre-ordered. They hadn't came yet before the video, and I was tired of waiting. Got that OG Halloween. There's my wife's blades in the back. Got the Neon Genesis Evangelion girls. I love that. That's one of my favorite animes. You know, it's not cliche like Dragon Ball Z and everything. And here's my daughters, which I like them too. Don't get me wrong. If she's watching My Little Pony on TV, it's something I'll catch myself watching. Like if it's not Rugrats or the newer generations of shows. So she is, well, I guess I am for her, collected the Shouju ponies, and the rest are on the way. Go up here to King Ghidorah, X Plus all the way. X Plus is what got me into expensive collecting, I guess, like figures above $30 and $40. That is a giant Bandai Earth Godzilla in the back, if you're wondering. But yeah, I remember when these came out, and I'm like, I'm not paying $200 to $400, even $500 for a piece of plastic. Well, started buying these, and Sideshow called, Prime One, everybody else started calling. There's more of a Nathan Thomas's work in the back. By Alante. I saw Big Bad Toy Store had some of her in stock that they found. That was a good deal because this was the re-release. Like at the beginning, she was like $1,300, $1,400. Even crazy eBay prices were $2,000. Then they released her again for about $500 or $600, and then she was going back up to $800, I believe. And all of a sudden, Big Bag Toy Store found a few. There's autographed Tim Curry. I need to do a little Tim Curry setup in the background. And there's a suit actor of Godzilla. Down here, some more X Plus beauties. Y'all have seen probably most of these before in other videos. I got a few that I clicked EMS shipping before the Corona hit, and they came out at the beginning of summer, and where they shut down, they are still waiting over there to ship. Hobby Search will let me switch over to DHL to ship, but DHL conversion is about $250 per figure to ship, and I only paid $150 for the figure, so Lord knows when I'm gonna get them. And still got that shelf space right over here. All I see is a custom Sideshow shelf, listen to me, that I've seen a few people do on YouTube with the plexiglass or the acrylic. And I'm gonna turn this into something. Cause yeah, that's like, look at all that beautiful shelf space. Then up here, everybody knows I love Part 3 Jason, and there's my variations of him. I'll still buying Part 3 Jasons too, every time somebody puts out a variation or I find one. the only clown that's still left in my room. Unless you count the person talking. I've got a little sound set up. It's crazy to believe that one pop on the left is like $100. And the pumpkin guy. Up here to the Magic the Gathering poster print. Not Avison, excuse me, Innistrad. Then my Jaws set up. Shark City Ozark is the bomb. I know there is some other version in the UK which looks cool. I actually got me a piece, one of his older pieces. I liked it, but there's no comparison to the almighty Bruce from Shark City Ozark. That is, I believe they're 53 or 54 inch. And there's the custom heavy gore. Look at that little Kentner Raff all in him. Up there is an It Follows print. Love It Follows. That's actually my top new movie, I guess you'd call it. New horror movies. There's the OG Jaw soundtrack. I don't know if you caught that, but that was the, what's it called? Mondo, yes sir. Going down into my signed mask. I've seen these before. Outside of two of them, all these were again done by Duke Togo. He is the bomb. He's the man. He should be the legend. You know, it sucks that you've got to be a legend when you die, you know, or get old, but he is the bomb. And I'm glad to call him a friend. We've worked on that one together. It's the Dark Water. It's what Jason would look like if he actually got out of the lake at part 7. You know, part 7 looks good, right there it is. But like that looks too clean. That looks like what he would look like. And there you see my ugly mug in the back. Someone else did the 10, this 10, and the 7. I'm so sorry I don't remember your name. There's my wife's snug globe. Got old Roy. Again, that's one of my Grail pieces. That's signed by Alice Cooper and CJ Graham. There is another Duke Togo classic. Both of them goes to Hell Variations. My wife signed Alice Cooper. Living Dead Dolls, followed by James Shaver's Alligator Sculpture Head. That thing is awesome. Really random piece in my room, but if you've seen my room, it's all random. That is a really cool piece, and I love it. I don't know why. So we worked out a deal for me to get me one. And these are kind of shelf fillers. I hate to say that. Till we get some more stuff, smaller statues. There's Elvingdale Young Pop, Wife's Pop, going over to Charizard. I need to get that other piece to that Godzilla Raids again, the Anguirus. It's always so high on eBay, like obnoxiously priced. I get that it's probably worth some money, but it's just overpriced. Here's my newest acquisition, Prime 1 Pennywise. Stands almost 4 feet. Beautiful, beautiful piece, beautiful, you know. I don't buy super sideshows like all the time in Prime 1s. I see a lot of statues. I'm not calling anybody out because I like those guys and I like their channels. But sometimes I feel they just buy stuff and they're like, oh, well, we're going to sell it after a while. But if I'm buying a statue, it is going to be something I'm really going to keep. Like, I just don't, oh, I like this, I'm going to buy the whole line. I'll get pieces I want. There's some Hot Girls, stuff like that. Signed D. Wallace. That was another new acquired piece. If you watch the last review, Tweeterhead. Go down here and again, kind of more filler space to more sideshows come in. The NECA, One Force, and the old Movie Maniacs going down. That is the floor creaking. Not creaking, but popping up. NECA. I have all the NECA Godzillas. The Bio one is still in its box in the closet. I totally need to get that out. There's a little King Kong setup I did. I'm sure you've heard the story if you watch my videos. I ripped that off while they were performing and like they called me out like for doing it, but said I was awesome because they said that I'm not gonna repeat what they said. It's a cuss word, but it was a metal as F for me while they're on the stage ripping off that. And didn't get a chance for them to sign it. They told me to come and sign them over and take some pictures with them, and I didn't get to do that. Another show came on, or another band I really wanted to see. All right, there's Lady Death. Lady Death, and here's the new shelf. They're in their final resting place. Before I get to that, Michael Kulick, still love it. I love you, dude. If you watch this, you're the bomb. Psycho House, Bates House. Back to this. 1/4 Leatherface, 1/4 Jason. It's more of a, it's got where his head's at. So this could be part 3, part 4 Jason's. That Give Trick or Treat Studios a lot of crap, but they blew it out of the park with these, what is it, 1/6, 12-inch Meyer figure. So I will get the rest. There is Jason. Someone called to my attention, even though they're all 1/4. If you compare the bases, how they're jacked up and everything, that Jason is like super large. There's another Duke Togo. This concept was created by Nathan Thomas Milner of Freddy versus Jason. If Kane Hodder did it, you know, back when they should have did it and how it should have been. So that's all the scratches from the Freddy vs. Jason Hawk, but on a part 7 blank. Get down again, Lady Death. These are going to be all my Lady Death Halloweens. Been watching Power Rangers a lot. The ones I watched as a kid. I didn't know they had all those freaking shows. But going to pick up the ones that I remember. And Lord Draken just looked cool, so I picked him up. So these are not bad. These are made by PCS, which usually does big statues, but they're doing some cheaper ones. And since I don't want to collect the giant statues and pay that money, I will get their cheaper ones because they look good to me. Here's my Poison Ivy Brigade. Followed by some Reborn dinosaurs. Then a Grail piece to me, and I hate the guys that mentioned he looks like he is catching a softball because that is all I can see now. But I love this creature, and it took me forever to find him. I keep missing out on the black and white one. He's not, I mean, he's kind of rare, but not that rare. It's just the crazy amount it goes for. And again, we got Lady Death. And there is my boy Frank. Going down to my Poison Ivy collection. With some signed Misfits. Anyway, guys, this is a pretty long video. I'm going to do some wide, large shots. Thank y'all for staying with me today and watching this. Like, comment, subscribe. Anything else you want to see or make me do detailed videos on or anything like that, just let me know. Thank y'all.